Kirui, KTN.
Thanks, Kirui. Moving on, when he was running for president, William Ruto promised Kenyans that his government would slow down on borrowing.
But less than 3 years into his administration, Kenya has taken up more than 3.5 trillion shillings in new loans, pushing the country's debt to 12.1 trillion shillings.
This translates to 208,000 shillings for every Kenyan citizen.
Haman Kamariki with more.
We have said we will first slow down, put the brakes on borrowing.
That was President William Samoei Ruto on the presidential debate stage back when he was the deputy president. At the time, Kenya's debt stood at 8.6 trillion Kenya shillings, but less than 3 years later, his government has borrowed an additional 3.5 trillion Kenya shillings, meaning every Kenyan has effectively borrowed 60,000 Kenya shillings under his watch.
Tutakomesha mambo ya kukopa bila mpango.
In total, Kenya now owes 12.1 trillion Kenya shillings, an average of 208,000 Kenya shillings for every citizen. As Kenyans protested rising costs, ODM leader Raila Odinga offered to second economic experts to help the government.
A problem with debt sustainability. The numbers are there. The figures are there. Even the IMF has the figures. World Bank has figures.
Experts say the Kenya Kwanza administration is borrowing at a staggering pace, 2.2 million Kenya shillings every minute or 3 billion Kenya shillings every day. Meanwhile, Auditor General Margaret Nyakango has flagged wasteful spending, citing a recent report showing over 17 million Kenya shillings spent on daily tea and mandazi and 2 million Kenya shillings to print documents at the State House.
Na tujiondoe kwa mambo ya mikopo ambayo ni mtego inaweza kuumiza taifa letu la Kenya.
Kenya's public debt now stands at nearly 70% of the GDP, far above the 50% threshold recommended by IMF. Singapore, which President William Ruto once said Kenya could emulate, has a debt of 160% of the GDP, but channels its borrowing into sovereign wealth funds, fueling growth instead of waste. Kenya's challenge, critics argue, is that much of its borrowing is lost to recurrent expenditure, corruption, and consumption, leaving citizens to pay the price without the jobs, industries, or infrastructure that debt should deliver. Haman Kamariki, KTN.